Hey, look, we're all grown folks here, right? Let's talk about having a threesome. Hey, everybody, what's up? And welcome to Social Thoughts with Dr. Nick. And today's topic comes from Lady Bree, who has a very hot page on Tumblr. And a few months ago, actually, she sent me an email telling me that I should make a video about an educational video about threesomes. So you know what? Here we go. And right off the bat, I have to say, having a threesome is one of the more popular sexual fantasies out there for men and women, believe it or not. And you know what? It sounds like a lot of fun. And if it's done correctly, it will be a lot of fun. And with that said, it's my opinion that there needs to be some serious conversation that happens first with the couple, some serious discussions that happens with the couple before everyone decides to hop in bed together. So you know what? Let's talk about that today. And also, before I get started, I really want to emphasize that what I'm about to say really does not apply to those spontaneous threesomes. You know, when you're out and somehow everyone ends up in bed together and things just start happening, and next thing you know, everyone is sucking and licking on each other. I mean, because there should be enough time to have those conversations, but you get caught up in the moment. I really hate that phrase, but you get caught up in the moment and things happen. So you may have to have those conversations afterwards. You know, they could be fun, they could be painful. You know, so you may never have that threesome again, or you know what, you may have that threesome right then and there. And it just keeps going, and it's a lifelong adventure you have. But I'm just saying, those spontaneous threesomes can be troublesome, but also a lot of pleasure at the same time. Okay, look, so now with that said, that's out of the way. The first thing I want to ask you is, why do you want to have a threesome? Now, if you're feeling adventurous, you want to try something new, that's great, that's okay. And if you just want to add some extra spice into your bedroom, that's probably okay too. Now, hear me out on this one. If you think something is lacking in your bedroom and you want to bring in the third person to try to fill that void, that could lead to problems in your relationship later on. Now, I'm just saying that's just my opinion. And also, more importantly, both people, I'm talking people who are in couples here, both people really need to be on board of this threesome happening. Because what can happen is, if one person is not really into it, they can always come back and say, I wasn't really into it. You put pressure on me. I wasn't really on board with this whole thing to begin with. And now you have an extra stressor in your relationship. So it's my opinion that both people really need to be on board for this threesome to happen safely and that everyone enjoys it. And the second thing I want to mention is actually finding the right person. And of course, there are plenty of dating sites out there, or even Craigslist, where you can always find people who are quote unquote down for whatever. If you want to go that route, I'd say be very careful, because you don't know what's going on with these people in many cases. And on the flip side, you may want to bring a friend or a mutual friend into your bedroom. Okay, that sounds better. At least on paper, it sounds better. But does that mean that the person already wanted to fuck them in the first place? Yes, maybe, maybe not. You know, that's part of that discussion that you need to have. You know, so is that like legal cheating? Or, you know, because now they're actually fucking this person who they wanted to fuck in the first place, but you're right there engaging with them and watching this whole thing happen. So you really need to have these conversations, I think. That is a very important topic that should not be understated. And the third thing I have to mention is, what is the gender ratio of this threesome? Because this is one of those situations where you may find out something new about your significant other. Just watch this. So let's say your lady suggested having a threesome. So she may suggest bringing in another guy. So it's two gentlemen on one lady. Or she may suggest bringing in another lady, to where it's two ladies and one gentleman. Or on the flip side, let's say it's the guy who suggests bringing in another partner into the bedroom. So he may ask for another lady, so it's two ladies and one gentleman, or he may suggest bringing in another guy, so it's two guys on one lady. So it's my opinion that you really need to start there first, so you can figure out what's going on and if there are additional conversations you need to have before this threesome happens. And the fourth thing I really think that needs to be discussed is, in this threesome, who can do what? I mean, is kissing allowed? Is just body rubbing and just massage? Or can they engage in oral sex, sucking and licking? Are they allowed to have full-on vaginal penetration? Are they allowed to have full-on anal penetration? I mean, like, what's going on? What can they do? Because it's my opinion, this is where jealousy can easily rear its head. So just think about this for a second. So let's say you bring in Dexter from accounting, and he's 10 inches deep into your lady, and she's screaming like she's never screamed for you before. See what I'm saying? Or on the flip side, you get Betty from accounting, and she's sitting there riding your guy, and his eyes are rolled up in his head like, it's the best thing since sliced bread, or that's a little slice of heaven. That's what it feels like. And he's never behaved that way with you before as a female. So, so jealousy can happen. So I think who can do what also needs to be discussed before the threesome happens. And as I close out this video, I just want to say that I'm pretty sure that there will be other issues that come up during these conversations that I did not mention in this quick video. That's just how it is. And I'm going to say it again. I truly believe a threesome or threesomes can be a lot of fun as long as things are discussed. People are open and honest about what they want to happen, what should happen, and what's off limits. And also, I have to say this too. I'm a big fan of practicing safer sex. That also can be negotiated because you are all grown adults here. But it's easier for me to say, you know what, just practice safe sex and have a good time. And I truly believe when it comes to threesomes, communication can either make the situation great or make it a nightmare. And on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. All right.